So I'm getting ready to load 9 millimeter. And I break out my 223 loading block, see if they'll fit. Well, they fit, except the depth. Yeah, not quite gonna cut it. Now, the reason they fit is because I used a 10 mil Forstner bit. If I had used a 3/8, which the 223 would just fit in, the 9 mil would not fit. So I lucked out. Why I went with the metric Forstner bits? Well, my first two, you're working with Euro shotgun hulls, so I used metric. And then when I went with this, I just went with the 10 because I figured a little more room, but not much more room. But just, make so they drop in a lot easier. But it's not enough to, cause any issues. But yeah, this isn't going to work. So, let me start out. This is 3/4 inch lumber. So, I grabbed some 1/2 inch ply and made this baby. Now, this holds 25. This holds 50. You can see there's a little difference in the spacing. That's because I discovered after making one of these with the same spacing, it's not going to work. Thing is, I found that in this spacing, the bottleneck gives you the spacing you need. But the flat wall on the 9 mil, the only thing you're going to get is bullet. Let me show you what I mean. Yeah. There's just, yeah. Or with this, it's not a problem. Now these are 5/8 inch apart. These are 3/4 of an inch apart. At 3/8 of an inch, all the difference. But like I'm saying, the bottleneck gives you all you need. And so 5/8 actually works with 223. You can get away with the smaller spacing with bottleneck cartridges. So yeah, this is easy enough to do. Got some scrap lumber. It's virtually free. Uh, what I do with the holes, like these actually aren't sized. I threw them in there to test the holes. So when they're sized, they'll fit even better. But what I do after I drill them, I sand it, and there's always, little bits hanging in. Take my knife, but don't use the sharp edge. Use the back edge. And around, and they'll come right out without gouging. And it takes them right out. But that's after you've given it a quick sand. Before, it doesn't work so good, but after that sand, it takes them right out. So yeah, maybe that'll help someone out there. But actually, before I did that, my 23 mil bit came in perfect for this. Got my case gauge, and 23 mil hole works perfectly. I just happen to have this scrap of 3/4 laying around. The only thing I did was drill a couple holes in it. And beautiful. So, I've only got the 2 calibers and 12 gauge to load for, and I'm getting a little more organized a little bit at a time. Since I'm going to be teaching even less experienced reloaders, I decided to dedicate my old Lee turret to the 9 mil. And to make things a little more idiot-proof, I marked the rotation, which if you've got the indexing rod, it rotates counterclockwise. If you by hand, well, the layout of the dies still dictates that. And then like here, and see if you can see the little mark there. What I did was I marked that. That's the starting die. It all starts there with the decapsizing. Figured every little bit helps. Not only that, but I set up my Lyman to go clockwise. So yeah, you adjust to one, then you got to readjust the other. A little visual aid can go a long way. My bullet puller and universal decapper on the Lyman, so there's that. I grabbed a 9mm collet for it. That I've got to figure out a safe place to put it. I really don't just want to hang it on a nail, maybe nick it. You just never know. I'm waiting for Gun Fun ZS is sending me a mold. Thank you very much. And then I can slug the barrels, find out what bullet sizing die I need. Powder coat them, all that good stuff. And yeah. But since I decided not to retire this, I had to reorganize my storage system. So, yeah, let me just pull this off. There. Change this to fit the turret press, and I mounted my saw underneath. But if I go in from this direction, the ram interferes. It's in the way. Well, collides with this, and I can't move it either way enough to avoid that. So shove it in from the other end. It only needs a couple inches, and it's free, so there's plenty of room there. It works, and yeah. Well, that's been my last couple days. A little bit of work here and there, but yeah. Oh, yeah, like the depth. How I set the depth on those? I put these in my drill press, the vise. I just bring the bit down. Basically, I took a Sawzall blade, set it down there, and used that to keep it, spaced off from bottoming out on, the steel and run it. So that's what really set the depth in these. So they probably come down about to the bottom layer. The pilot is probably 1/16 from going through, but it works good. I'm happy, and yeah, now I'll just make either another 50 or maybe even 100 rounder, and yeah, go crazy. But yeah, I'm still waiting for some parts, and then I have to order some the bullet sizing dies, and really that's about it, I think, for now. It's basically to go with the Lee or an NOE. Leaves that up to more than NOEs, but NOEs are like, what, 3 times the cost to start out, 4 times the cost maybe. $20 versus about 80, but have to figure that out when time comes, and depend on more bullet molds. Who knows? Find out what I really want. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to. Little time consuming things, but it all helps in the long run. And like I say, scrap wood sitting around costs me nothing but time. So, all right, well, I'll let you go with that. Hopefully, you get some, ideas or criticisms. Ooh, God, just typey. All right, well, I'll leave you with that, and I'll see you later. God bless. See ya.